So probably my most curious question about weather would have to be how difficult is it to predict weather accurately, like you see on the news or on your mobile device?
Well, that was Bellman from Orange Elementary. We've recently made an addition to this segment where if you are a student, you have a question about weather, you can send that right to us. And so he was our first candidate, so let's get right to that. How do you accurately make a forecast? Well, first you got to find out what's going on in the atmosphere. Now, when I forecast, I try to figure out what exactly is happening around the country, around the world. So first, here's a look at satellite imagery. You can see there's a tropical system off to the Gulf just by looking at this. We've got a low pressure trough out to the west coast, signaling maybe some rain or something that could be heading towards eastern Iowa. And off on the east coast, we've got a little bit of a high pressure ridge there, signaling maybe some fair weather will be going on there. Next, here's a look more locally. This was an atmospheric sounding taken in Davenport. Now, this looks at kind of the atmosphere as a whole. The National Weather Service will launch a weather balloon that'll sample atmospheric components all the way from near ground level to the top parts of this layer of the atmosphere. You can see temperature, dew point, as well as winds on the right side here. A lot of the space between the temperature and dew point signals some drier air, so not really any rain will be happening in these locations. Once you know exactly what's happening locally, you can start to look towards the future. So there's plenty of models, American, Canadian, European, you can have your pick. There's plenty to choose from to look at what's going on or what could happen next in the future. Here's a look at the jet stream. Now, I take the top-down approach. I look at the very top levels of the atmosphere and then all the way down to about ground level. This is the jet stream, and you could see this low-pressure trough out to the west coast. Now, that could signal, could be traveling eastward, maybe to eastern Iowa, giving us some rain or potentially some snow. And here's this high-pressure ridge, again, signaling fair weather. Maybe we could see temperatures increase above or below average. Now, surface temperatures, so this is the very bottom level. This is kind of my last step in making that forecast, looking at high and low temperatures. You could see near Waterloo could see a temperature of near 70 degrees. A great way to kind of finish that off, making that 10-day forecast. Now, this is just my approach. Of course, there's plenty of ways to create your own forecast. Every meteorologist does it differently, and this is just a glimpse into how I do that. If you want to learn more about how to accurately make a forecast, head over to Schnack's Weather blog at kwwl.com. And if you're a student, of course, we'd love to answer your questions. You can send that at weather@kwwl.com. We'll be right back.